Hello, Kim. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in, Kim. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good to see you. Um, I see that you are a top fan. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of the support and you bringing your light energy. Yes. Where are you tuning in from, Kim? Where you at? Oh, Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania. We had Pennsylvania come out in a, in a recent reading. I'm not sure if you've had an opportunity to listen to that one, but yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. You are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators, and my name is NEHRU. We are going to go ahead and delve into the current energy and a psychic investigation read here in a moment. Again, thank you so much for everyone who tune in on the regular basis. Angelique, shout out to you. What's going on, sweetheart? Um, Shout out to Kim, okay, tuning in from Pennsylvania. To all of the regulars, okay, Honesty Wins, Justice League, um, James Redden, Charmaine, Uma, Ashley. There are several. Okay, there are several. All right. So shout out to all of you. Shout out to Omega. Okay, Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Okay, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Okay. All right. Divine Source, we invite you in. We invite the ancestors of both myself and the collective, as well as the investigators, the private investigations that are going on, as well as the global investigations that are going on. Okay. And we welcome in all of the judges, all 70 of the Sanhedrin Council. We welcome in the spirit of Mayat to judge the hearts of men and women as she does with the feather that is attached to her crown. Okay? Thank you so much again for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right? Last I checked, we're at 606 subscribers. So 606, okay? 606, June 6th, 606. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands coming out. Okay, Ten of Wands. Okay, and the devil landed right here. Okay, perched between my arm and my chest. Okay, we got the death card. Okay, so death. Okay, so some type of ending. Okay, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning, even a passing. Okay, when someone descends or ascends, wherever their journey takes them next. Okay, that provides opportunity for a new beginning for them, and a new beginning for others. Okay, and that's to have this journey, live this journey um, from a different perspective, and still be connected to those divine beings that ascend. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. We got the Page of Wands on the floor. Okay, so some type of mature energy out here. Okay, and we have the King of Wands. Okay, so we have some strong boundaries set up here, collective. Good job. Okay. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Crack House? What is going on? From Chicago. Shout out Chi-Town. Shout out Chi-Town. Okay. I grew up in Joliet, Bolingbrook, and Naperville. Okay, those are the cities I lived in Chicago or around Chicago, the suburbs. Joliet, Bolingbrook, and Naperville. I lived in those places with the Warlock. Okay, his name is Kevin. Okay. And Judy. Okay, Judy is the witch. Okay. So, all right. So we have some good energy out here to start. You being in the King of Wands, or I say King of Wands, so King of Wands energy. All right. But so there's an authority figure out here. Again, we often get PI watching, attorneys watching, judges watching. So they do tune in. Okay. All right. Shout out to Brooklyn. Is Brooklyn in the house? Yes, Brooklyn's in the house. Okay. So shout out Brooklyn. All right. It is supposed to be 89 degrees here today in Da Nang, or in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. 89 degrees, I think. Okay. So 1989. All right. I don't say that to make those of you who are dealing with snow like Brooklyn, New York. I don't say that. So, or Chicago. All right. The windy city. Okay. I don't say that to make you jealous. I just say that as a way of letting you know where I am physically. Okay. So we have the Page of Pentacles. So a couple of pages out here, okay? Pages of a book, turning the page, a new page, okay? A new page, okay? Someone's last name could be Page, first name could be Page, okay? P-A-I-G-E, or P-A-G-E, okay? First, middle, last name, okay? We have the alien showing, okay? It did not come out, okay? So we have the Queen of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, okay? And we have the Page of Cups in reverse, okay? So you could hear about someone being emotionally unstable, okay? On the cheers bar, oh, wow, the real Michelle, all right, the real Michelle, all right, Michelle Teresa. What's going on, Divine 007? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? All right. So we have temperance, and we have temperance. It's actually in reverse. So that's interesting. So there could be something about you running out of patience. Okay. You running out of patience. Okay. That is something to be managed, okay? Running out of patience is something to be managed in divine timing, okay? Divine timing. On top of the stacks, we have genital warts and we have Cassandra. Genital warts and Cassandra, okay? We have credit card coming out here, so credit card fraud investigators, okay? Credit card fraud, okay? Credit card fraud, all right? So, Divine Source, Erevat, let's go ahead and take a look at what the current energy is. Please place these cards where they need to go within the stack so that they can help investigators solve their karmic crimes. All crimes are karmic, from stealing a bottle of water to a bank heist to destiny swapping to doing witchcraft to murder someone. Life insurance policies falsely taken out in people's names, false marriages that are filed, stealing of children, stealing of infants, selling of organs, okay? Illegal imports and exports. All of these things are karmic, okay, activities. Okay, it's going to be interesting to see what that devil reveal, or what that death card reveals, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. And again, as I said, on top of the stack, we have Cassandra and genital warts, okay? So Cassandra could have an STD at this time, okay? Sandy, Sandra, Sandy, okay? Could have an STD, sexually transmitted disease, spiritually transmitted demon, okay? Sexually transmitted distraction. I think during my meditation this morning, I was going to say something in regards to your sacral energy. Oh, we got the Bronx here. Okay, we got the Bronx here. Okay, so we do have New York in the house, Kim. New York, city of New York, state of New York in the house. All right. Okay, so something about a fake love offer. Okay, a fake love offer. Okay, again, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes. Okay, a fake love offer. The fake love offer is on one side of the King of Swords. Okay, so this is you being protective of your energy. You could have blocked this fake love offer. Okay, you could have been in a situation where they left you at the altar. Okay, collective investigators. Okay, you could now be protecting yourself from this individual who you know made this love offer. Okay, right? That was false and fake. Okay, because again, investigators, judges, they all have private lives, attorneys. Okay, but a fake love offer. We're going to see where this fake love offer comes from. Okay, we're going to take a look at, yeah, who has genital warts. Okay, the name Rick, Richard, Ricky is on the other side of the King of Swords in that fake offer. Okay, Rick, Rich, Ricky, Richie, Richie, Rich, Rick, Ricky. Okay, could be spelled R-I-C. Okay, Rick Moranis. Okay, Rick Moranis. Okay, someone could be kind of nerdy, right? Goofy like that. Rick Moranis, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Rick Moranis, the Ghostbusters. We are Ghostbusters, spiritual warriors and assassins. We are Ghostbusters. Okay. Oh, Richie is your neighbor. Okay. Richie is your neighbor. Okay. All right. So next we have Demetrius, Dylan, Diego, Devante, and Dawson. Okay. Demetrius, Dylan, Diego, Devante, and Dawson. Okay. Speaking of Chicago, Andre Dawson, Hall of Famer, Chicago Cubs, Andre Dawson. Okay. I remember we lived in the Chicago area when he was playing with the Chicago Cubs. Him and Ken Griffey Jr. has one of the sweetest swings in baseball ever. Him and Ken Griffey Jr. They called Andre Dawson the Hawk. They called him the Hawk. Okay, you could be seeing hawks at this time. The Hawk. Okay. Again, those names: Demetrius, Dylan, Diego, Devante, Dawson. A fake love coming from them, from Cassandra. They could be the victims of this fake love. Rick, okay, someone in the Bronx or from the Bronx. Okay, they could be from the Bronx. They don't have to live there currently. Okay, we have a Page of Cups. Okay, again, someone who's emotionally immature. Okay, we have Malcolm Little, aka Malcolm X, was assassinated to silence the truth. Okay, we now know that that is true. We know that Elijah Muhammad put out the hit on Malcolm X. Okay, we know that. Okay, and his ass never showed or served any time for that hit. Okay, just the individuals who were caught, who were part of the Nation of Islam that carried out the hit. But Elijah Muhammad, the orchestrator of the hit, never served any time. Okay. Shout out to the spirit of Malcolm Little. I love you, brother. And sometimes his voice comes through. Okay? Sometimes his voice comes through. Oh, let me say this. So do you want to know the difference between a divine masculine male and a divine feminine male? Okay? Take Malcolm Little, for example, and then take Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s approach was of a nurturing type of, okay, energy, okay? It was a softer energy, okay? So that is someone in their divinity, someone who is a divine masculine, a masculine, but a divine feminine energy, okay? Martin Luther King Jr. Think we're getting ready to celebrate their birthday coming up here soon. And then Malcolm Little, Malcolm X, Very, very strong, very, 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 very masculine energy. Okay. Again, that's the difference, or an example of the difference between the two, and how a male can carry divine feminine energy. Okay. They wanted the same results, but they went about it two different ways. Okay. New laws and policies will be written because of you, collective. Okay, that's what this says. Right. New laws will be written because of you. And that is on the 9 of Swords that came out in reverse. Thank you so much for the love, everybody. Hello, Keely. Hello, Keely. All right. So, new laws written. Okay. You could find yourself sitting with Congress. Okay. You could find yourself sitting with your governor, the mayor of your town, your city, wherever. Okay. Also, shout out to Victoria. I just got a crown bump. Shout out to Victoria. Okay. 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So that speaks to something coming in that's changing. Okay. So something was going to go one way with the, it's the 8 of Swords. With the 8 of Swords in the upright. So they could have been pursuing you. The law enforcement could have been pursuing you. Okay, because of lies that were being told on you. They were originally thinking you were the perpetrator, you were the criminal, collective. But now, FBI, CIA, DEA, Department of Children and Family Services, whoever it happens to be, okay, these investigators are now seeing, confirmation horn honk, these investigators are now seeing that you are innocent and your hands are clean. Okay. Oh, first time on the live. What is going on, Solo Butterfly? Yes. And I just got a confirmation in the earbuds. What's going on, Solo Butterfly? Solo Butterfly. Good to see you. Good to have you in the energy. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're in a safe place. All right. You're in a truthful place. All right. All right. So keep it going. Investigators, there's something about Ukraine that's significant to one of your investigations. Ukraine. Okay. Ukraine. Okay. These laws, one of these victims could be in the Ukraine. Okay. So far we have Cassandra, Malcolm, Little. Someone could be a Muslim. Okay. Rick, Richard, Ricky, Demetrius, Dylan, Diego, Devontae, Dawson, the Bronx, genital warts, and a fake love offer. Okay. So the laws could be changed in the Ukraine. Okay. I'm sure the Ukraine deals with a lot of sex trafficking, a lot of child trafficking. Okay. We have the name Steve. Okay. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, I got the confirmation in the earbuds. Okay. Yeah. All right. When you came on, Solo. So, all right. Steven. Okay. There's a vacation coming soon for some of you. A vacation coming soon. A vacation. Okay, so Steve could be a part of this credit card fraud. Steve could be in Ukraine. Steve could be the victim of this credit card fraud. Steve. Okay. If you have access to the internet, you can check creditkarma.com. Interestingly, it's called Credit Karma. Okay. So you can check Credit Karma for free. Okay. And find out if there are any discrepancies on your credit. Okay. So a vacation coming soon. This vacation could be paid for. Okay. This vacation could be paid for. Okay, meaning by someone else. Okay. All expenses paid. Okay. Well, again, we have this energy out here of someone. This is on the fake offer also. This goes with the fake offer. Okay. With the fake love offer, we have my intentions were never to marry you. There's a confirmation on the love offer that was fake. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for your love. Thank you for your comments. Okay. We have 11 people on the live currently and 3 likes. So 11/3, November 3rd, March 3rd, March 11th. I said March 3rd, March 11th. Okay. Fake love offer. Their intentions were never to marry you. Okay. We have that on one side of the Queen of Wands and the name Luis. It could be Louis. Okay. Luis. Louisa. Okay. Louis. Luis. Okay. Queen of Wands energy. All right. So Luis could be this truth teller. Luis could be this individual who's in this. Oh, thank you so much. I always blush because I don't know exactly how to respond to those comments, sentiments. Thank you so much. All right. So Queen of Wands. Okay. So Luis could be someone who's in authority. Luis could be an investigator. Louis could be a judge. Confirmation horn honks. Okay. So Luis is in some type of position of authority here in the 3D. Luis could be in Ukraine. Luis could be an investigator, FBI, CIA, DEA. They could be tracking someone currently. Okay. It's time for a resurrection. Time for a resurrection. Okay. Resurrection Sunday, okay, Easter, Resurrection Sunday, that is a pagan god, Easter, okay, that is a false god, Easter, okay, you can celebrate whatever you like, just like you can do anything else with your free will, all right, but it's the vibration of it, okay, worshiping false gods, okay, celebrating false gods, okay, that is a pagan god, okay, resurrection, and that is on one side of the 10 of Pentacles. So there's something about some money coming in, okay? There's something about something coming in here that is going to set you free financially. After they did credit card fraud, the name Joseph, okay? So Joseph could be involved, first, middle, last name, Josephine, Joey, okay? Joshua, okay? Resurrection, okay? A resurrection of your finances. So your credit score goes from 450 to 800, okay, in a month. Okay. Also with this credit card coming out here, this also could speak to you being free to use your credit cards. Historically, I've been against credit cards. I was a tax accountant for 13 years in that industry, bookkeeper, accounting manager, tax accountant, okay? For a long time, I've been against credit cards, or at least for the majority of the, for what am I saying? For generally, I've been against credit cards, okay? They are a deceptive type of money. Credit cards are a deceptive type of money, okay? Grandpa, there's something about a grandpa. You could call your grandfather grandpa. Also, when I was meditating before coming on live, one of the images that I saw was Caucasian looking male, okay? And he was older to the point to where his eyebrows were gray, okay? He had gray eyebrows, okay? So there could be something about your grandpa in this energy, okay? Your grandpa, okay, could have left you something, this 10 of Pentacles, that's going to help you resurrect your family's bloodline out of poverty, okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Unless you are disciplined and you pay them off every month. Yeah. All right. So grandpa energy out here, something perhaps could have been left to you by a grandfather that is on its way to you, putting you in the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. On the other side of grandpa, we have the nine of Swords in reverse. Also, this could speak to the grandpa who was protecting you, a grandfather energy. Okay. Again, you could call them grandpa. Okay. On the other side of Grandpa, we have there is more to Malcolm Jamal Warner's passing. Okay, so the actor Malcolm Jamal Warner. Okay, he was for a long time dating, for a little while dating Regina King from 227. Regina King from Poetic Justice. She's had a couple of TV shows, TV series, I believe. Okay, she's had a rough go in recent years. Okay, with her son and that. Okay, she's had a rough go at it. She's on a spiritual healing journey at this time, like many of us. Regina King. There's something more to Malcolm Jamal Warner's passing, investigators, FBI specifically. Okay, that actor, their energy is here. Talk to us, Theodore. Talk to us, Theodore. Okay, Theodore. Okay. Connect to your ascended masters today, collective, investigators, collective, okay? Connect to the ascended masters today. You can play ascended master frequencies, okay? Connect to your ascended masters today. You can learn the name of your ascended masters and call them out, okay? But Divine Source is saying connect to your ascended masters today, okay? And I say your, but the ascended masters. Okay. On the other side of connect to the ascended masters today, we have Ouija board, witchcraft, and warlock. Okay, that is on the page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is for the immature thief. Okay, their spirit being has been around for thousands of years. Okay, so you could look at them and again think to yourself, that's Mark, that's John, that's Mary, that's Joan, that's Joanne, that's whoever. But the spirit that has taken over that being, okay, is an ancient demonic spirit, okay, Ouija boards, okay, witchcraft, and a warlock. A warlock out here using a Ouija board, that's one of the laws that's going to be changed. We have a card out here that says that you are going to be, laws will be changed because of you, wherever that card is. Okay. New laws will be written. Okay. New policies. So one of those is you cannot do a Ouija board. Okay. Witchcraft against someone in order to steal an inheritance, to steal their money, to steal their identity, or to murder them. You cannot do that. That is illegal. Okay. Let's get ready to pass the laws, President Trump. Okay. Don't be a chump. Okay. Next, next I had my vagina changed to a dick, the trans. Okay. So someone out here in this energy, collective investigators, okay, there are definitely receipts on this somewhere, okay, how they paid for it. They could have paid for it with credit cards, with your money, collective, from a hidden account, from anywhere, money that they got paid to take you out. It could be anything, okay? Someone in this energy, okay, got their vagina changed to a dick, okay? So we have transvestite energy out here. That is on one side of the Queen of Pentacles, okay? We do have genital warts out here, so someone is sexually a sexual opportunist, a sexual gambler, okay, with their sacral energy, okay? Exorcism is needed, okay? An exorcism is needed. So someone out here is needing an exorcism. The transvestite needs an exorcism. The warlock that was using the Ouija board and witchcraft, okay, demonic energy. Luis could need an exorcism. A grandfather energy could need an exorcism. Ricky, Richard, okay, someone could go by Dick, okay, that could be the name that they go by instead of Richard, okay. The fake lover could need an exorcism. Cassandra could need an exorcism. Devante, Dawson, Dylan, Diego, Demetrius, any one of these individuals out here, okay, could need an exorcism. Okay. You could be watching this, karmics, and you need an exorcism. Okay. So we have the name Barry. Okay. This could be a street. Okay. Barry White, Barry Gordy, Motown. Someone could be a music artist, Motown. Okay. I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, sweet darling, please don't leave me, girl. Okay? So someone's singing, please don't leave me, girl, man. Okay? Please don't leave me, woman. Please don't leave me, divine masculine. Please don't leave me, divine feminine. But someone's too late, okay? They played the game, and then the game played them. Did you hear me? They played the game, then the game played them, okay? The spirit of Sirius, okay, that star, okay, that energy is with us today. Thank you, Spirit Sirius, okay? That is one of the brightest stars in the sky. Okay, when you look up at the sky at the moon, that is one of the brightest stars. Also, is it Polaris? Yes, it's Polaris. Okay, one of the brightest stars near the moon, Polaris. Okay, someone could ride sea-doos or jet skis, okay, jet skis. Okay. So we have Barry out here, an exorcism, okay. Next we have the names Terry, Aaron, and Terry, male or female, Terry, Aaron, and Terry. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Feel free to let me know where you're tuning in from. So far we have Brooklyn in the house. We have Pennsylvania in the house. We did have the Bronx come out here so far, okay? And we have Ukraine, okay? So, Terry, Aaron, and Terry, okay? Terry McMillan, Terry Vaughn, okay? The actress Terry Vaughn, the Steve Harvey show. She's been on a couple of other things, Terry Vaughn, okay? On the other side of Terry and between death, we have death here. So there's a Terry or an Aaron here that's experiencing some type of death. They could be the ones needing an exorcism. We also have Janikowski, okay, Janet and Jansen. So the name Jan, okay, and all three of these names, Janice, Janet, someone needs an exorcism, okay. Next, we have an Aries. Okay? Aries, okay? So from like April 21st or something like that. No, from March 20-something, okay? To April 19th or so. Aries, okay? Aries. All right? You were them. Janet could be an Aries. Aaron could be an Aries. Terry could be an Aries. Oh, shout out to Canada. Okay. Oh, Canada. Shout out to Canada. Okay. So we have, I was going to mention this earlier. Okay. When the exorcism card came out here. Okay. So we have temperance and we have an egg cleanse. Okay. There is a video posted here about an egg cleanse. I did it, I want to say live, maybe not. It might be pre-recorded. But anyway, there's a video on here. You have to scroll down some ways because we do typically 2 live videos every day, every 24 hours. So you would have to scroll down a little ways or click on the videos if it's not in the live and find that egg cleanse. Okay. And we got the, yeah. I was saying that about the Bronx, okay? So yeah, egg cleanse, temperance, Sagittarian energy. You could be a Sagittarius. We have Aries out here, okay? So you could be Sagittarius sun sign, okay? or Aries sun sign, okay? You could have both in your 4, okay? Ascendant sign, North Node, Moon, Sun, Aries, or Sagittarius, okay? Wait a minute. We have now we do have some cards out here that we have twice. We have some cards written out here twice. So look at this. Look at this. We got the same message out here again. Some of these messages are out here twice because they are strong demonic energies, okay? So transvestite, someone who believes that divine source made a mistake and then they decide to change their dick to a vagina or vagina to a dick, that is someone who does not believe, okay? That is someone who does not believe, okay? We got double confirmation right here. Double confirmation. The exact same message twice. Double confirmation. Okay. So, we have the Page of Wands, okay? Again, speaks to someone who is immature, and that is definitely someone who gets their dick changed to a vagina or their vagina to a dick. And again, you can do whatever you want to with free will. One of the cards out here says free will isn't a free ticket or isn't a ticket or authority to do evil, okay? Just because you have free will, that doesn't mean you can go around and just fuck up your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or make karmic ass choices. And again, I've made karmic ass choices. And none in recent years, but I've made karmic ass choices. Okay? So immature energy out here. And then we have the witness protection program. Okay? So someone's in the witness protection program, knowingly or unknowingly. Okay? This could be the trans, believe it or not. Okay? This could be an Aries. This could be a Sagittarius. Okay? This could be Rick, Richard, Ricky, Janet, Janikowski. Okay? Jansen. Okay? This could be the Warlock. Okay? The government does protect evil. Confirmation horn honk. The government does protect evil. Okay? We have your best friend is sleeping with your spouse. So someone in this energy, your best friend is sleeping with your spouse. Shout out to Aries, Chelsea. Shout out to Aries, Chelsea. Okay, Chelsea Clinton. Okay, that's a CC name. We often get first name, last name, same initial energy out here. So Chelsea Clinton. Chelsea Clinton. Okay. So your best friend sleeping with your spouse. And on the back, we have Kash Patel, the current FBI director. Okay, current FBI director. And we have witness protection. So Kash Patel could know that someone in this energy is in the witness protection program. Okay. On the Ten of Wands, it did come out sideways. We have the name Tyra. Okay, Tyra. The only celebrity Tyra I know is Tyra Banks, and we've recently looked up their information again. Tyra Banks, she was born on 12/4 of 73, 12/4, 73, 12/4, 73. So that's a Sagittarius sun sign, okay? Tyra Banks, okay? I do not recall her middle name for synchronicity, okay? All right, so could be something out here about Tyra Banks, her spiritual journey, okay? I mentioned Regina King. Could be something out here about Regina King, spiritual journey. Shout out to Marla Gibbs, okay? Shout out to Marla Gibbs. Shout out to Thelma Hopkins. Shout out to Thelma Hopkins. Let's look up Thelma's information. Okay. For synchronicity, let's look up Thelma Hopkins' information. Okay. I call her everybody's aunt. Okay. In TV, she's like everybody's aunt. Okay. All right. So she is 77 today. I believe her and Abraham Hicks are the same age. If you do not know who Abraham Hicks is, go on YouTube and search Abraham Hicks. Okay, so she was born 1028, so Scorpionic sun sign. Okay. Ooh, and her name is Louise. Hot damn, her middle name is Louise. Come on, Aravat. Come on, Divine Source. Thelma Louise Hopkins. Hot damn. Okay. Again, 77 today, so 77 is significant. 7-7. Okay. Born in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. So Louisville. Active in Hollywood since 1967. Okay. Spouse Donald B. Allen from 1970 to 1977. So apparently, at least in the eyes of the public, she has been single for a long, long time. Okay. Thelma Hopkins. All right. Everybody's aunt. Okay. Everybody's aunt. Okay. Her middle name is out here. Okay. So thank you, Divine Source, for that confirmation. Okay. All right. So where are we going to go next? Let's go ahead and get some angel numbers, and also we're going to roll some dice. Hello, Mary. Hello, Mary. Hello. Yep, yeah, Thelma and Louise. Yep, that type of energy. Okay, there could be something about two women specifically. It could be a mother-daughter combination. It could be two friends. Okay, mother, daughter, two friends. Okay, this could be the first lady and somebody else of the church. You know what I mean? Okay, any of that. So we're going to go ahead and get some angel numbers here. And yeah. All right. If you would like to schedule a free esoteric conversation with me, you can do that. I keep looking over here because I'm looking at the comments. Okay. What's up, Candy? What's going on, Candy? All right. So yes, if you would like to schedule a free esoteric conversation with me, the first one is free. I was supposed to have an esoteric conversation this morning, which would be evening for the individual it was scheduled for. Thank you for the love. And but they did not show, or something happened with the video, with the connection or something, but they never showed up in the Zoom meeting room. So again, that's okay. No worries. Okay. The esoteric, oh yeah, we could have that anywhere, no matter where you're located. If you have internet connection and you can download the Zoom meeting app, yeah, we can schedule it anytime. I make time for the time difference. Even though I am in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, okay, I make room for, yeah, I adjustments for that for sure. Okay, so we have a pompous ass on top of the stack. Okay, a pompous ass. Okay. And we have, I was taught witchcraft as a child and have used it to do evil my entire life. Okay. Oh, okay. Angel numbers. Yeah. Okay. Definitely pay attention to the angel numbers that you're. What's up, JP? What's going on, JP? What's going on? All right. What's going on? Shout out to you. All right. Yes. So the first thing would be to write down the synchronicities that you see. Okay. Michelle. Okay. That would be the first thing to do, is to write down the synchronicities that you see. And then when you have the opportunity, look up those synchronicities and consider how they relate to you currently in the moment. I would also, if you do not have time to write down the angel number immediately and look it up, I would write down the time that you see the angel number. Okay? If it's not a time, it could be a time like 3:13 or whatever. Okay? I appreciate you. I appreciate you, JP. Thank you so much. Ooh, I said we have 606 subscribers currently on the Real Psychic Investigators, and the first angel number out. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Michelle. Right? It's my joy to share whatever knowledge I have. I am not all-knowing in the sense that I can answer all of your questions, and neither is that my job. Okay, my job is not to ascend for you. My job is to ascend with you. Okay, we walk together. I don't carry you. Okay, we walk together. Okay. So 0606 for commitment. So we have commitment energy out here. We have 0707, 0606, 0707. I'm curious to know who needs this exorcism. Okay. I'm curious to know who needs this exorcism. Thank you so much, Solo Butterfly. All right. So we have 1818 for willpower. Willpower, we'll read the card when we pull it from the stack. Again, 0606 for commitment. And 0707 for a compromise. Okay? So you are being called to come forward with a peaceful approach in regards to something. Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, we're the only attendees. Okay? We're the only attendees. Yeah. Right. So divine source, okay? We are specifically asking for, even though I've already placed the cards there, okay? We are specifically asking for names that are needing this exorcism. Who are the names that are needing this exorcism? Exorcism. Okay. We have gross and a reset, okay? Gross. Someone's name could be Gross Lee, okay? Gross, okay? We have Oprah Winfrey is involved in witchcraft. Oprah Winfrey is involved in witchcraft. Okay? Gross. Okay? Someone in this energy will marry someone in law enforcement. Okay? We have the names Jose, Micah, and Rowan. Okay, these could be the individuals who needs a exorcism. Okay, or someone whose name is Gross. Okay, or has Gross in their name. Okay, again, Jose, Micah, and Rowan. Okay. There's something you're going to need to say yes to, collective, or you should say yes to. This could be the marriage offer. This could be the engagement with the law enforcement officer. This could be the genuine love, not the fake love. This could be the witness protection program. You might need to say, yes, I need protection, right? Okay. Or gross could be you getting the gross amount, okay? Not the net amount, the gross amount. yeah. Her eyes give it away, all right? They say the eyes are the window to the soul, Oprah, okay? So this gross could speak to you getting the gross of what is owed to you, okay? Not the net, okay? Not after taxes, before taxes, okay? We have 0707, okay, for a compromise. It says, let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges. Stop holding on to grudges. I had to go through that process. That is part of an ego death, okay? Express your emotions and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on, okay? So you trying to tell them who you are, you're trying to express to them the truth about who you are, show them unconditional love. When they reject it, just walk away. Hello, Holly. Hello, Holly. Okay, shout out to Holly. Okay. Witchcraft done against me. The physical body caused me to go into dialysis. Acute and chronic kidney failure caused by a very rare autoimmune virus. Only only discovered in 2010. So only 15 years ago was this illness, autoimmune virus, discovered. I was diagnosed with it in 2013, excuse me. Okay. In 2013, I was on dialysis for 4.5 years. I mention that because the transplant coordinator in Pennsylvania, we have Pennsylvania in the house. The transplant coordinator in Pennsylvania, her name is Holly Woods. No lie. Holly, first name, Woods, like Hollywood. Holly Woods, last name. Okay? So, shout out to you, Holly. I'm doing great. Okay? All right. Again, on the 0606 commitment, we have applying honesty and light is daily fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth. Okay, so collective investigators, okay, you might need to listen to some subliminal messages, speak the truth that you know that is, even though the 3D is showing you that it is not here. Speak it anyway. Imagine it anyway. Okay. Open up the best, for the best is yet to come. Open up, investigators. Open up, collective. Open up, judges. Open up, celebrity energy. Open up, because the best is yet to come. Okay. We have babysitter is a molester. And we have, again, grandfather energy. So that's double confirmation on the grandfather energy. We have grandpa out here. Okay, somewhere. Grandpa. Okay, so babysitter is a molester on 1818. Again, willpower. And again, on the other side of willpower, we have a grandfather. So double confirmation on the grandfather and double confirmation on a transvestite, someone who got their dick changed to a vagina. We have 2 of those cards out here. Okay. Yeah. All right. So as I get ready to summarize the reading, okay, we're going to go ahead and open it up for the name Fox is significant. Okay, Fox, or someone is a fox. Okay. When you meet your divine union, your high vibrational, masculine, feminine, okay, you could look at them and they could be a fox in your eyes. Okay, a fox, gorgeous, handsome. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So as I get ready to sum it up, thank you so much for the love, everyone. Go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and open the floor up for questions at this time. Okay. Open up the floor for questions at this time. Any questions you have concerning your journey. I cannot answer questions in here about where your cousin is, where your grandfather is. I cannot answer questions like that. If you would like to have a personal conversation with me, those are called esoteric conversations, and you can schedule those again via Zoom. Email addresses are in the information section of this video currently. Okay, so send me an email and we can get that scheduled. Okay, those of you who have scheduled and have one coming up, I look forward to those. Okay, I look forward to those. Okay. Any questions, collective? Those with secret accounts, any questions? Okay. I'm going to start summarizing it here in a moment, okay? So as far as the tarot, let me remind us of what we have out here so far, okay? Or what we have out here so far. Okay. So we have the Page of Wands, okay? We have the Knight of Swords, protection, boundaries, okay? We have the Death card. Can you let me know if court will go in my favor, or is my husband hiding money? So if you're asking the question and you have suspicion, again, let me ask you a question. Chelsea, do you meditate? Chelsea, do you meditate currently? Often people see prophets and prophetess genuine, true ones, they see them as, ooh, tell me what's going to happen. Ooh, tell me about, but that's not our job. Okay? Chelsea. Okay? So I'm going to have to encourage and request, okay, that you start meditating. Okay? And if you send me an email, I can send you a 30-minute meditation that covers all 7 chakras. It's the one that I used when I began ascending and being an active participant in my spirituality, in my spiritual journey, and got away from religiousness. Okay? Like many of you, I was raised in religion. Okay? The Warlock was a minister, so he said. Okay? So we have temperance out here. Okay? We have credit card fraud investigators collective. We have the Queen of Wands out here, so a female who's in authority or a female who is in divine masculine energy. Okay, again, this could be a singer. This could be a producer. Okay, this could be a legal professional. Where do you get your information? Names, celebrities? Yes. From downloads. Yeah, mainly from downloads. Okay. I don't watch TMZ. I don't watch the news unless something's brought to my attention. And typically the only things that are brought to my attention are demonic pastors that get arrested for murder, for swindling, for fraud, politicians, okay, celebrities. Okay, I get those types of downloads. Okay, people would be surprised at how little I actually read. Okay. Generally, I only read things about angel numbers. I read canonical texts, okay? Gospel of Thomas. We've gone through those books on the other channel. The other channel is Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. That is the shadow band channel here on YouTube. Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel is the shadow band channel here on YouTube. Okay? That's the original channel. On that channel, I share my journals, okay? I share, okay? Here's one of my journals, okay, that is completed, okay? I will show you this in case you do not keep a journal, okay? As encouragement to keep a journal, okay? So in my journals, I have all sorts of things in addition to dreams and downloads and that sort of thing, okay? I tape things in here, okay? So, okay, I tape things in here, okay? This is the information on Mario Garcia. I did dialysis next to Mario Garcia for a year, and then later found out that him and his daughter and I, his daughter and I dated for about a year and a half, okay? That was a karmic ass relationship. That was demonic ass. I was in my lowest vibration probably in the 51 years that I've been here, okay? But I found out, again, dialysis years and years after her and I had dated, okay? Almost 10 years after, I found out that the man sitting next to me in the dialysis chair was her father, okay? And he passed, okay? All right, so journal, okay? Many things that I keep in here, notes, letters, okay? But I share these journals, I share 4 of them on Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel, okay? Amongst those 800 or so videos, okay? We have the 8 of Swords. This came out here in reverse. So again, them trying to put you in jail, get you incarcerated, get you locked up, all the lies, they're backfiring, okay? And they are resulting in death in many cases, okay? Because karma comes, shows up, okay? Karma has no respect of persons. You do the evil and your son dies. You do the evil and your daughter dies. You do the evil and your husband gets into some severe accident and can no longer work. That puts you in poverty. Karma, no respect of person. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay. Again, we have pompous ass out here as I sum up the reading. Thank you so much, everyone, for your likes and love, the shares of the information, content. Luis, And we got a confirmation when we looked up the celebrity information, okay? We got a confirmation on Luis, okay? We looked up Thelma Hopkins information, and her middle name is Luis, so confirmation. I hope she's doing well, okay? In her 77th year on this planet, this lifetime. Thank you so much for the love, everyone. We have a babysitter as a molester out here, Investigators Collective, a babysitter. So you might want to be careful about who you allow to watch your children, okay? They could be shaking the baby. They could be physically harming the baby in some other way, okay? Be careful about who you let watch your babies, okay? My intentions were never to marry you, okay? Fake love offer, again, they could have left you at the altar, okay? You could have been engaged to this individual, or you could have been about ready to propose to this individual, or you were thinking this was going to be a long-term love ship, but in fact, it wasn't. Ricky, okay, Rick. Someone could be Hispanic from the Middle East, okay? A grandfather energy. We got Malcolm Little was assassinated for government secrets, or not government secrets, but for silence, okay, of the truth. Malcolm Little, aka Malcolm X, was assassinated to silence the truth. Again, a hit put out by the leader of Islam, Elijah Muhammad. Okay, so there's something about a hit being put out on you to silence you. Truth speaker, there's something about a hit to silence you. Fake love offer. Yes. Jose, Micah, and Rowan. Okay. Someone in this energy will marry someone in law enforcement. Okay. This law enforcement agency agent could already be following you around. Okay. Again, the floor is open for questions. If you have questions, feel free. Okay. The floor is open for questions. Okay. Oprah Winfrey is involved in witchcraft. Okay. Kash Patel and your best friend is sleeping with your spouse. Okay. Take everything as it resonates. That means what easily fits. Don't try to make it if it doesn't easily. Jan is significant. So we have Janikowski, Janet, and Jansen. Okay. Any other questions, collective? Any other questions? Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Those of you who are tuning in for the first time, shout out to you, Solo Butterfly. Shout out to you. Okay. Shout out to you, Angelique. Okay. Thank you so much for always being a part of the journey. Chelsea, shout out to you. Okay. Shout out to you, Michelle. Okay. The real Michelle. Shout out to you. Thank you for being real. Okay. Shout out to you, JP. Shout out to you, Holly. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. Shout out to you, Angelique. I think I saw Angelique check in earlier. Okay. Shout out to you, Candy. Okay. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Mary. Okay. Mary. Okay. Seal the deal, Mary. Seal the deal. Whatever divine deal that is. Seal the deal, Mary. Shout out to Kim. Okay. Shout out to Kim. Okay. Shout out to Keely. Thank you so much for tuning in, Keely. Divine 007. Thank you so much. Okay. Shout out to Crack House. Crack House is in Chicago. Crack House is in Chicago. Could be something about a crack house. Investigators, a halfway house, a crack house, something. Okay. We have the name Barry. Thank you for the love, everyone. We have the name Barry, name or street. Okay. Could be a place. Could be Barry, Oklahoma. Okay. Something about a Ouija board, a warlock, and witchcraft. Oh yeah, not a problem. Thank you so much. It is a movie. It is very much like the Truman Show. It is yeah, very much like that. Especially once you step back and look at it from a higher perspective. It is very much like that. Okay? New laws and policies will be written because of your journey, collective. New laws and policies will be written because of your journey. Okay? It's time for a resurrection. We are in the year of 10. It's a year of completions. Thank you for the love, everyone. I reciprocate that. Okay. Time for a resurrection. The name Joseph, Josephine, Joey, something about genital warts or some other STD out here. Okay. You could have healed from an STD. Okay. You could have healed from some karmic ass STD that someone gave you. They didn't tell you that they had this STD. Okay. You could have healed from this. The stupid ass people out here. Okay. Exorcism is needed. Somebody needs one. Richard, Rick, the one with genital warts, a Jan, somebody. Okay. A Barry. Okay. I was taught witchcraft as a child and have used it to do evil all of my life. Okay. There's again a grandpa energy out here, a strong grandpa energy. This could be both of your grandfathers, okay? On your mother's side, on your father's side, okay? This could be someone who is just a grandmother or grandfather. I said grandmother or okay, so grandmother or grandfather. This could be someone who's just a grandfather energy to you. You met them, they lived down the street from you when you were a child, okay? They were genuine, sincere. You played chess with them, okay? They taught you things about life, okay? This grandfather energy, okay? Even if they were not biologically your grandfather, a wise energy, okay? An elder, okay? Aries, okay? Religious ass people say respect your elders, but do you know what your elders actually mean? It doesn't mean someone who's older than you, okay? Because someone could be 30 and someone could be 70. If the 70-year-old is an immature ass, the 30-year-old doesn't need to respect them. Okay? So just because someone is older doesn't mean they're an elder. Okay? Elder speaks to a wise spirit. Okay? One of the things that I learned when I was in a religious organization and Divine Source sent me to the Rock of Central Florida in Sanford, Florida in 2002, I started getting cassette tapes. Check that out. Cassette tapes while I was still in the military. All right. But one of the very first things that I ever heard Steve say was, a father is a giver and a king is a taker. Okay. So the spirit of a king, okay, especially brown Americans walking around, hey, you my king, hey, you my queen. Okay. A king and a queen is a taker. That's why they sit on thrones in the church. You see them up there. That's why they sit on those thrones. Because they think they're mightier than you. They do. Okay? That is inauthentic energy. Okay? So, yeah. Okay? Father is a taker, or excuse me, a father is a giver and a king is a taker. Okay? So, give me your money. Come here every week. Give me your money. That's a king. Okay. Or a queen. Okay? So we have, again, the I changed my vagina to a dick energy. Okay? Some of you need to do an egg cleanse. Okay? Again, for those of you who do not meditate, I encourage you to start meditating, because if you come on here and you are not meditating, then the questions that you ask, the answers are available, but because you're not meditating, you can't see clearly to open up your third eye. Okay? That is what Matthew 6 and 22 says. Let's go ahead and read Matthew 6 and 22. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Okay? Matthew 6 and 22. Okay? Matthew 6 and 22. Let me show it to you before I read it. So in the religious book, even though it's been dumbed down and simplified to hide spirituality. Okay? Matthew 6:22 says, the eye is the lamp of the body. So if the eye is healthy, the whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. And that speaks to the matrix, and it is singular. In both cases, the eye is the lamp to the body. So if your eye is healthy, but if your eye is bad, all singular, third eye. Okay? So if you have questions about your journey, okay, and you want to know, you got to open up your third eye. Okay? You got to open up your third eye. Okay? And that requires spiritual work. That's why that's not in the Bible. Okay? Because they don't want you to know that. You think the government wants you to know who you are? Okay? You think they want you to discover that you are extraterrestrial, that you are a starseed, that you are a healer, even though your life has always shown you that? You think they want you out here walking around with the courage to say and know and be who you are? You think they want you to do that? Absolutely not. Okay? Connect to the ascended masters today. Okay? A vacation is coming. Oh yeah, JP. You can sit outside, spend time with Gaia in meditation, quiet meditation. You can go for a walk. You can listen to frequencies, okay? You can listen to sound bowl, okay? You can listen to tuning forks. You can listen, there's all sorts of things, okay? You can listen to music. Dancing, okay, is a form of release, okay? You can turn up some, I don't know, audio slave, right? Show me how to live, okay? Because these nails in my hand, from my creator, you gave me your life. Now show me how to live. Okay? All right. Yep, singing. Yep, singing. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay? Steve. Okay? I mentioned a Steve. Okay? There is more to Malcolm Jamal Warner's passing. Okay? Yeah. That is a great form and highly underrated for releasing energy and karmic energy. Okay? And getting back into the feel good. Okay? Dancing is highly underrated. Highly underrated. This is why the religious ass people shout. That's why they do it. Okay? Ukraine, although they do it for much of a show today, for a show. Ukraine, okay? Something's gross, or you're going to receive the gross. Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles out here. You're going to receive the gross, so not the net, the gross. Okay, someone's name could be gross, grossly. Something is grossing. Okay, so whatever this is that they were stolen, if it's pentacles, okay, something could have been earning interest, okay, earning interest, okay. We have the names Demetrius, Dylan, Diego, could be San Diego, something about Southern California. It never rains in Southern California. That's what they tell me. Okay, Tony. So someone's name is Tony, Antonio. Okay, Devontae and Dawson. Okay. Shout out to those who are in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, tuning in. We had a couple of them. Thank you so much. Okay. New York City. New York, big city of dreams, and everything in New York ain't always what it seems. That's old school. That's like 80s rap. Cassandra. Okay. All right. So I think that's it. Collective, if there are no more questions, again, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is NEHRU, and I am an extraterrestrial. I am an earth angel, okay? Here for the 10th and final time on this journey to the planet, to, first of all, ascend my own self, okay, and heal the karmic wounds that I've dealt with on this planet for the last 9 lives. How do you know when you have spiritually awakened? Okay, so there are a couple of ways to know, solo butterfly. So your body could experience certain things, okay? You could experience pains in your back. Your body's now starting to do certain things. So for instance, when you tune into a certain frequency, okay, and you sit there and you meditate, you could notice parts of your body warming up, your foot, your leg, your arm, you can notice those sorts of things. Also, you simply have more dreams, okay? You have more dreams, and that still small voice becomes clearer, okay? So you used to hear, and now you hear, go spend time in Gaia today. You hear the difference? Go spend time with Gaia today, right? Clearer, okay? Also, you will see that things start to be removed from you. So friends start to walk away. They start to not call you. They start to act strange towards you, okay? These are indications that your energy is changing, okay? And if you can't change the people around you, change the people that are around you, okay? So new friends, okay? But it's an ongoing thing, okay? And again, once you get tapped in and once you get your crown chakra, third eye rooted, grounded, okay, your root chakra, that's located at the base of your spine, okay, then you will notice other things. So you have kundalini fluid and you have Christos that flows up and down your vertebrae. This has been scientifically shown. You have this fluid that flows up and down your vertebrae. Your vertebrae is as the axis is to the earth. Your vertebrae is to you as the axis is to the earth. Okay? Your body's able to rotate on it, right? Rotate on it. Your head, rotate on it. Rotate on it. Okay? All right. So, yeah. Okay. Again, those things I did not read in a book. Okay, those things are things that divine has shown me through esoteric travels and things like that, such as Enoch. Okay. So again, if you would like to schedule that free conversation with me, the initial one is free, and it is done via Zoom video, because again, there are karmics out there, and I dare not speak to someone over the phone without seeing their face. Okay. Or having already confirmed who they are, right? So thank you so much again, collective investigators, judges, attorneys. Thank you so much for all that you do to bring about the justices that are needed here in this place. Policies being changed because of you, collective, because of what you do, investigators. Policies being changed, lawmakers, because of what you do, judges. We are here bringing about a difference that is needed at this time as we go further into the age of Aquarius, okay? Because when the moon is in its 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, peace will rule the planet, plant it, okay? Planted, all right? Thank you so much as always for tuning in. Again, my name is NEHRU. As always, be encouraged.